This is how I set up my Claude Code, and if you're intimidated by this, don't be. I promise I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible. So I'm actually a full-time AI product manager. I'm also a designer. I have my master's degree from Carnegie Mellon University, so I do know what I'm talking about here, and it's honestly so fun to be able to build things now. If you're interested at all in getting into tech or design, I really do think that the way the future is moving is that the roles of PM, designer, and engineer are really going to blend together, and I think companies are really going to value people that know how to build, prototype really quickly, learn the business decisions that are involved, and also make the package look really, really good. One of the best things that you can do right now is just start using tools like Claude Code, V0, any of those other tools that are out there. And even if you aren't directly in tech, I think that this skill set is still really valuable and applicable, and it's just a fun thing to learn. I went with Claude Code because I've already been using the Anthropic subscription, and I just love doing little side projects. So let's get started. So first things first, you do need to pay for an Anthropic subscription. So I do the $17 a month plan. This is the website with detailed instructions, and just follow it step by step and you'll be fine. First, do Command Space on your Mac and then just go to the terminal shell. This is basically your Mac's command center, and it kind of looks scary, but we're only doing two things here, I promise. Once the terminal is open, copy and paste in this line from the Claude website directly into the terminal. Once you hit enter, it installs Claude Code automatically, and that's it. So before we go any further, go to your desktop and create a new folder. Name it something like Claude Project. That's what I did. This is super important because Claude basically lives in that folder, and it can access all of the files, it can make edits, and even delete things. So you want this folder to be its own space, separated from any of your personal or sensitive stuff. Just think of it as your Claude Code sandbox. Okay, now back to the terminal shell, type in CD, and this is basically just telling the terminal, look in this folder. So when you type in CD Claude Project, you're basically telling the terminal, go navigate to this folder and look inside of it. Then type Claude and then just hit enter. Claude Code is now basically running in this folder, so we should be good to go now. By the way, you have to use Claude on your desktop, so open up the Claude desktop app and then you should see 3 tabs at the top: Chat, Cowork, and Code. Let's click on the Code tab. Now, this is honestly the fun part. You literally can just get started. Like, it's not as intimidating as even I was before I started doing this. Okay, now here is my pro tip. In the chat area, click the plus sign and then go to plugins. I really recommend exploring the plugins. You can search that up on your own, or I can talk more about it, but one of the ones that I have loved playing around with is called Superpowers. I use this for the brainstorm feature, and it literally acts as like an interviewer for the app that you want to build before you start building it. As easy as vibe coding might seem, like sometimes you really do need to refine the prompts and have a really good idea of what you want to do before you just give a really vague prompt to the code bot. Otherwise, it's gonna go haywire. So this brainstorm command from the Superpowers plugin, it actually interviews you, and it's so fun. You can brainstorm whatever you want. It asked me back and forth, like, what type of app do you want to make? And it gave me a ton of really, really great ideas. By the end, you should have a pretty detailed plan so that you're not wasting any time or prompting when you actually start doing the Claude Code part. So that is my whole setup. I'm still playing around with it, and I'm going to add more plugins, but now you should be ready